Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome for the first time to Factorio 1.0. Yes, my friends, Factorio has finally been released, and we are going to have a look at it, of course. I just didn't want to only play vanilla Factorio though, or just go for the one launch of one rocket, because we already did that in one of the earlier uh, series. So we are going to combine just looking at uh, Factorio 1.0 with an earlier uh, thought about making a large build bus. And for that, we are going to need some mods. So bottleneck is just an easy way to see if some sort of production is, well, bottlenecked. Just gives you a small dot on the building to tell you that. That's always nice. Even distribution just lets you split a stack into several machines, or actually everything you have in your inventory into several machines. That's just a nice thing at the start of the game, especially. Factorio Library and Factorio Standard Library are just two modding libraries that are using some of the other mods. Fully Automated Rail Layer is just an easy way to put down rails while driving a train, instead of you having to run around and place it manually or with robots. This just makes rail laying so much easier and nicer to do. Loader Redux just adds loaders. They take whatever items you have in a chest or in a warehouse or whatever you have, and just saturates the belt. And that's gonna be very useful for offloading trains in our case, where we want belts to supply our, well, in this case it's gonna be rockets and science. So yeah, we are going to need a lot of full belts, and I didn't want to try and saturate belts with inserters for that. Going from that, that's also why we have warehousing mod. It's just a very easy way to unload trains without having to balance belts and so on. So warehousing and loaders combined is an easy way to unload a lot of belts from trains. Water wheel, I just don't want to have to transport water around with trains or have to build some sort of factories near water. So this just, well, it gives you free water through. It's cheaty in that way, but I just like it. I don't want to have to struggle having enough water. Squeak through lets you squeak through buildings. So if you have two buildings placed right against each other, it lets you go through them or between them, as well as pipes as well. So that's even more useful, I guess. Quality of life research just add researches for inventory size, movement speed, reach distance. I guess those might be it, according to this picture. There might be others, so I don't remember. And finally, Orbital Ion Cannon. This is a mod that I used to use quite a lot because I don't like biters, and this shoots them down. It lets you, when you launch a rocket, you can put in an ion cannon that you also produce like you do a radar, for example. And when you launch that into space, it can fire a ion beam every 5 or 10 minutes or so. It has some sort of recharge time, and it's basically just a nuke launched from space. And you can eventually automate that to just launch it at every biter base on the map. So it is just a way to deal with biters. Because we are going to play with biters in this playthrough, because there has been some updates to, well, I guess it's mostly to the ground around biter bases. There's just been a lot of decoratives and stuff like that. And, well, it wouldn't be a full 1.0 without showing some of that, I guess. And yeah, and it's just also, we are going to launch a lot of rockets with our bus, so putting a lot of these up in the sky is also just a nice way to spend some of those rockets. Of course, we also need a lot for just getting space diamonds, but I want this. I want to try it again. It's fun. So yeah, that's the mods. Now for the map, it's of course Freeplay. Let's just take Railworld as a template, and I guess we're just gonna turn frequency down on all of these. I don't care about having a lot of resource fields. I just want them to be big and rich, because then you don't have to make as many outposts and they last for longer. And this should still give us the same amount of resources across the map. It's just less frequent. So 17%, or I guess 16.666% frequency multiplied by 300%. That should only be 50%, I believe, and then multiplied by 200% should be 100% all in all. So this is the same amount of resources as if we had all of them at 100%. At least if these percentages don't lie or anything like that. I'm not sure. But yeah, that are the... Well, I guess we could shift richness and size around if we wanted. That would increase the longevity of all the outposts, but I don't think we will pay that long that all of my outposts will run out. For terrain, water, I don't want a lot of water. It's always in the way. And we have water wells for when we actually need the water. Trees, I don't really want either. Overall scale of features in the space between them. Well, we want as little coverage as possible, but I guess when we actually have trees, we want them in big bunches. I'm not sure if that's actually how that works, but let's try it. Cliffs, I'm gonna turn off. Cliffs bore me and annoy me. I don't want them. Moisture, sure, I want as much grass as possible, so we're gonna put moisture up. Terrain type, I think, is just... Yeah, generates more red desert. I don't care about that really. And the grass is just for... it's nicer for the eyes. It looks better and prettier in my eyes. Biters, yeah, we're gonna leave biters on, but we will just increase my starting area, so we aren't as annoyed by biters at the start. And everything else, I guess we will leave as it is. Enemy expansion, is that really turned off by default? Is that the Railworld thing? It might be. Well, that's okay. Then we don't have small new bases popping up all around. Sure. Anything else? Illusion, yeah, that's all fine. I guess we will just generate our map then. Let's do it. Oh, and yeah, 1.0 comes with a small intro and the return of the crashed ship. Just adds a bit more story to the game. This is the Factorio Freeplay. Your task is to launch a rocket into space. You will need to research advanced technologies in order to unlock the rocket silo. Start small, work your way up with automation, and don't forget to protect yourself from the natives. All good. And I believe these have stuff in them now. Which is, I believe, is just the stuff you usually start with. And can we remove this? Yes, we can, okay. Can we remove this? Yeah. But let's actually just leave that. This is more water than I wanted actually, but oh well. This is also an annoying start. Ah, God. I really don't want to have to sort all of these resources. I'm just gonna cheat and say restart. And we can skip this cutscene again. So that is a bit better, let's just go with that. I just don't want to have to sort everything. There's still some sorting between the coal and the copper here, and maybe even coal and iron, but And iron and stone, but I think I can live with that. As long as it's not everything that needs to be sorted. Okay. So, before we start thinking about a big bus, I think the first goal is to just build a base where we can produce everything needed for a big bus. Because we need a lot of build, and not just yellow build, we want blue build for as high a throughput as possible. And what else? Yeah, of course, all of the assembling machines, splitters, so on that we need. And miners for all of the outposts that we're going to need. Yeah. So I think we will just start here and yeah, just start researching the basic things. So we need coal, of course. To give us some iron. We could also just use this wood, I guess. But I'm not sure how far it is to the nearest wood, so let's just mine some more coal. We need a couple of those. We also need more stone for furnaces. 5 of these to begin with. Usually I just mine rock at the start, or rocks, but apparently there's nothing nearby, so that's not gonna be as easy. Well, that can start mining some coal while we mine more rock for a furnace. Or more furnaces at least. Let's just go for 10 here. Oh, can you not hold anything first? Oh well. We make another one of these. And then feed them into each other. Oh. Do we really not have any wood nearby? So I guess the thing with high frequency, high scale, actually worked, but maybe a bit too well. I didn't get a lot of stone there. Just a second. So I guess mining stone is the next drill's purpose. And we need chests. Usually I use wood chests at the start, but as we don't have factors to any wood nearby, then we might as well do this. And we can now double this. Let's just make a bunch of gears, because we need those. And then we just start scaling up here. We need coal for that though. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Good. Yeah, this is just one big ramp up for more iron production. Let's get some more stone miner up. If we get 4 of these, I think we have basically enough stone for all we need at the start of the game. And like time to start mining some copper here. And I think we just need to expand the coal mining quite a lot as well. Oh, so the next step is power. 1 boiler to 2 steam engines. We need enough offshore pump. And we need some pipe. And then we actually need wood now, so we might actually just have to go look for that. I just want to see what these brown areas up here are. Well, I guess we should put some more coal into everything while we're going. And the wood is actually, it's just needed for electric pole, so it's not like we need a lot. We just need to find some. Oh, there's rocks over here. That would have been nice to know at the start. Okay, so the brown up here is just the ground being brown, I guess. Maybe. Or maybe it's just some smaller things here. I think it's just these things. Have we... Or have I shot myself in the foot by making the scale of forest or trees as large as I did? I really don't want to have to run around for this forever. Please, just a small forest. Well, this is gonna be boring. Well, at least we found some oil while doing this. That might be useful later. But not if we can't get any power poles up. Oh, is that some trees I see down there? No, it's water. What? Fish? Well, that's some small lakes, I guess. Hmm. Come on. Sometimes I make stupid decisions. If I do not find some wood before this episode is over, then I will just, between episodes, start over with a bit more wood and then try to get to the same point just before we start getting power. I just didn't want to do that off screen, I guess. Oh, here's a nice iron deposit. And some more coal. Well, who knew it was this easy to get rid of all the trees? I should have known about this earlier. But then I guess when we actually find a tree, or the first trees, then we have a very large forest on our hands. But maybe I'm wrong. When we turn the trees all the way down, it isn't off, right? You have to uncheck a checkbox for that to be true, right? I hope so. It could also be that we started with that one wood to be able to make a small electric pole. Let's just actually have a look. Sorry about this. I don't usually think you start with one wood, so I'm getting a bit worried about my trees. Is this the same as... No, it's 17%. It's just this that messes it up, I guess. Oh well. But there should be trees, so we should be able to just continue here. Oh, continue. As long as we can find them somewhat soon. That's a full circle around our starting position without finding anything. That sucks. We haven't missed anything, right? I don't think so. This isn't really the start I was hoping for this series. Sorry about it, but... Well, yeah. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Honestly, I think we'll just end the episode here, because it's just gonna take forever. Should we Am I going to restart? I guess I am. So no reason to save here. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time for hopefully a better episode. Bye.